Hello everyone and welcome back to English with Lucy. Today we are testing your advanced English skills. So if you know the 15 words in this video, then I would predict that you have a C1 level of English. We are going to do this in the form of a quiz. It is a guide, not an official test. It's going to be a very visual quiz on 3 topics: landscapes, animals, and weather. If you think you might be ready for C1, the advanced level of English, but you're not sure, I have the perfect solution. I have designed a 5-day C1 bootcamp. It's amazing what you can learn in 5 days. This bootcamp is designed to get you started and comfortable with the C1 level of English. You'll learn advanced level vocabulary, grammar and pronunciation, reading and listening lessons. It's the perfect way to ease into advanced English learning and discover whether you're ready for the C1 level of English yet. Thousands of my students have taken this bootcamp and have yielded amazing results. Just look at some of their comments. If you would like to learn more and join, just click on the link in the description box or scan that QR code there. There's lots more information. Now, let's get started with the quiz. There are lots of images in this lesson, but don't worry if you can't see the screen. I will describe everything too. Our first category is words connected to landscapes, starting with 3 nouns for landscape features. Here's your first question. Look at this picture. It shows the wide part of a river where it joins the sea. What do we call that? I'll give you a clue. It starts with E. It should be estuary. Did you know that you can pronounce it with 3 syllables, estuary, or with 4 syllables, estuary? An example? There's a lot of wildlife in the Thames estuary. Okay, question 2. What do we call this in English? It's a long piece of land that is almost entirely surrounded by water. It's connected to a larger piece of land on one side. It is a peninsula. So a peninsula can be in a lake, sea, or ocean, and it can be very large or fairly small. And notice how the final 2 syllables are schwas. Peninsula. And in British English, many speakers use a y sound between S and U. Peninsula. Many North American English speakers will say peninsula. Let's have a couple more examples. The Iberian Peninsula contains Spain and Portugal. Or the peninsula had stunning views of the sea on 3 sides. Now when s and y appear together, some people, especially British English speakers, change the s to a sh sound. Peninsula. Can you hear the difference? Peninsula, peninsula. Okay, number 3. What is this? It's an area of very wet, soft land. It's often covered with water, as well as trees and plants. We're looking for a word with 5 letters, starting with S. It's a swamp. Did you get that one? You might have heard of the Everglades in Florida. That's a swamp. An example? As we waded through the swamp, we kept our eyes out for alligators. Okay, our next 2 words are adjectives. First, how would you describe this landscape? One that is empty and without people. It often makes us feel sad or a bit frightened. Use a word with 8 letters, starting with D. It's desolate. Desolate. The final 2 syllables each contain schwas. Desolate. An example, They walked for hours through a desolate landscape, seeing no one. Okay, the last one in this category is really challenging. Here's your picture. It's of a very dry landscape with no plants. How would you describe this in advanced English using a 4-letter word beginning with A? It's arid. Arid. So an arid landscape or climate has little or no rain and very little vegetation can grow there. Think about the Sahara Desert. An example, farming is almost impossible in an arid landscape. Okay, how are you doing so far? What is your score out of 5? Remember to keep score as we go along. Let's move on now to our animal category, and we'll do questions 6 and 7 together. We have a picture of a goat, and I want to know the names for the hard part on its foot and the hard pointed part that is growing from its head. I will give you 4 choices. You need to choose 2. Antler, hoof, horn, and paw. Choose 2. Okay, the part of its foot is the hoof. The plural form is hooves. Animals like horses and cows have hooves. An example, the horse's hooves clattered loudly against the cobbled street. And growing from the goat's head, we have horns. The bull lowered its horns and charged without warning. So antlers are the horns that grow from the head of a male deer, a stag. And a paw is the foot of an animal like a dog, cat, or bear. Okay, question 8. Here is a photo of a cat's paw. What are the sharp, curved nails on the end called? No clues this time. They are called claws. One is a claw. We have that long or vowel sound again, like we had with horn and paw. Lots of animals have claws, like dogs, tigers, bears, as well as many birds as well. Often a bird's claws are called talons. An example with claw, the bear left deep claw marks on the tree. Okay, for number 9, we have one of my favourite animals, an elephant. What do we call an elephant's long, flexible nose? No clues again. It should be a trunk. So elephants use their trunks for breathing, smelling, touching, and picking things up. An example, the elephant used its trunk to spray water over its back. In North American English, you will hear trunk used to describe the space in the back of a car. In British English, we call it a boot. Okay, number 10. Here we have a very, very young horse. What do we call it in English? Is it a calf, a foal, a pony, or a tadpole? It should be a foal. So cute. Did you get that one? The foal was born a few hours ago, but it's already running around and exploring. If you said pony, you're probably not alone. A pony is a small type of horse, but ponies aren't necessarily young. I used to have a 30-year-old pony living next to me. A calf is a young cow, and a tadpole is one of these. A small black creature with a big head and long tail that lives in water and will develop into a frog or a toad. Okay, what's your score so far out of 10? I know this quiz is quite niche and extremely challenging, but that is what the C1 level is like. You need to have such a vast vocabulary at C1. If your score is quite high so far, then you might be interested in an even higher level course than C1. My team and I are currently working on the most advanced course we have ever created, the C2 level of English. It's going to be full of the rich, colourful language that makes English so expressive and nuanced. We are launching it in early 2026. If you think you're ready to level up to C2, join the waiting list now. I'll send you updates on the course, you'll be the first to know when it's released, and I'll send you some exclusive bonus lessons just for my eager C2 level learners. To join, click the link in the description box or scan that QR code and join the waiting list. It's going to be incredible. Okay, let's finish our quiz. Our final category is the weather. Number 11, what is this? The picture shows a deep pile of snow that's been created by the wind blowing it together. Is it a snowdrop, a snowplow, a snowball, or a snowdrift? It's a snowdrift. During the storm, snowdrifts built up along the fences. A snowdrop is a small white flower. A snowplow is a vehicle that removes snow from roads. And a snowball is a ball of snow that we throw at somebody. Okay, number 12. What is this? It's a ball of ice, usually small, that falls from the sky like rain. It has 9 letters and it begins with H. It is a hailstone. I say they're usually small, but they can be as big as golf balls. An example? I can't believe a huge hailstone broke my car windscreen last night. We also use the general noun hail to describe that weather. For example, we got caught in the hail and are freezing cold. Okay, we'll get a little spooky for number 13. What is this? It's a very fine cloud of water hanging in the air just above the ground. It makes it difficult to see clearly. If you're thinking fog, think again. This is mist. This is thinner than fog. We often say that something is shrouded in mist when it's covered in it, or that mist lifts or clears when it goes away. An example? The fields were shrouded in mist this morning, but it cleared when the sun came out. Number 14, what can we see here? This is a very strong wind. It's a 4-letter word starting with G. It's a gale. A gale is a sustained wind. It's not just one breath of wind or a gust of wind. It lasts longer than that. You'll hear people say it's blowing a gale, meaning it's extremely windy. Or on the weather forecast, you will hear about gale force winds, meaning very strong winds. An example, the gale blew tiles off the roof and knocked down several trees. Okay, we're ready for the last one, number 15, and it's really tricky. Look at this photo. It's showing a place that's very dry. What do we call a period of time with very little or no rain? It's a dry what? It's a dry spell. A dry spell. Did anyone get that? I would be very impressed if you did. When we're talking about weather, a spell is a short period of a particular type of weather. A dry spell tends to last a few days to a few weeks. A cold spell is a short period of cold weather, which could also last days or weeks. A spell of weather can be shorter. On the weather forecast, you might hear, today it will be mainly cloudy with sunny spells, short periods of sunshine. Okay, so how did you do out of 15? Let me know your score in the comments and try to make a couple of sentences with any words that were new for you. And remember, if you enjoyed learning this C1 level vocabulary and think you might be ready for more advanced English learning, my 5-day C1 bootcamp is waiting for you. The link is in the description box, or you can scan that QR code there. Also, if you think you are beyond the C1 level, join the waiting list for my C2 program. Link down below or scan the QR code there. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.